Hi everyone, in this video I want to give you some advice on the word building exercise, which is part 3 of the reading and use of English paper on the Cambridge B2 and C1 exams. Now, the first thing you need to do is to read through the text to get an overall idea of what it's about. Obviously, the title is a big clue, remembering people's names. This one is about how embarrassing it is if you forget people's names and techniques you can use in order to help you yourself remember people's names. So that's the overall idea. And then you've got to look at each individual gap and look at the words around it, because there are clues as to what the word is that's missing. And it's not just a case of, is it a verb, is it a noun, is it an adjective, an adverb, and so on. There's also the issue of, does it need, if it's a noun, does it need to be singular or plural? Or if it's an adjective or a verb, do we require the opposite, or a noun as well? Do we require the opposite meaning to the root word which they've given you? So I'll give you examples of this because they come up very quickly. So the first one, most of us have suffered the something of forgetting someone's name. The tells you that what's missing is a noun, and that's the example that they've given you here. The answer is embarrassment. Now, the next one, often we fail to pay attention when something are made. And they give you the word introduce. The word that you need is another noun. Okay, so the noun from introduce is introduction. That's fairly simple. But that verb there, are made, tells you that this can't be introduction, but introductions plural, when introductions are made. So that's a typical kind of trap that they set. And the next one is no different. But later on in the conversation, we don't want to appear blank by asking them what they're called. The word they give you is polite. Now, polite is a positive word. It has positive connotations. But it says here, we don't want to appear. So that doesn't really make sense, because we do want to appear polite. So the only way we can make this make sense is if we add a prefix to polite to make it mean the opposite of polite. And the way we do that is use the prefix im, impolite. That's the correct one for that adjective, polite. So again, another trap which is easy to fall into if you haven't got if you're not paying attention, you haven't got the overall meaning of what's going on here fixed in your head. And the next one, fortunately, there are some simple ways you can something this problem. They give you the word come, and what's required is a verb after you can, and what you need is another prefix, overcome this problem. To overcome a problem, to solve a problem. They say one is to improve your powers of something, and they give you the word or the verb observe. From that, you need to make the word rather like introduce and introductions, observe, observation. Similar kind of TION ending, but obviously you need to make the correct spelling changes as well, dropping that E, replacing it with an A there, and so on. Practice studying faces in public places, making a mental note of physical something such as high foreheads or narrow eyebrows. They give you the word character, and the missing word is physical characteristic. But it can't be singular because they've got high foreheads or narrow eyebrows following it, which means it's another one that needs to be plural, characteristics. And the next one, you'll be surprised what a wide something of shapes and sizes people's features have. Now this indefinite article and then you've got wide, an adjective. So what's required in the gap is another noun. They've given you the verb vary, so the noun that we can make from that root word vary is variety. So you'll be surprised what a wide variety of shapes and sizes. Okay, let's jumping on to the last paragraph. With surnames, make something associations. They give you the word vision. Now this is going to be an adjective because associations is a noun, so it's a specific kind of association, and the adjective from vision is visual. For instance, imagine people called Cook, Ford or King making a meal, driving a car or wearing a crown, respectively. Finally, ending with the person's name, as in, see you later, Max, is a good way of blank that you don't forget it. And they give you the adjective sure. Now, we have you can be sure, but that's two words. So you've got to make this into one verb which fits that blank. And the way we do that is with another prefix. It's ensure. But here, after that preposition, this is a good way of ensuring. You need the ing, the gerund form of that verb. So there you have. You've had to add a prefix and also change the ending. So be very aware with this kind of exercise that there are often two things going on exactly like that. Which type of word do you need? Does it need to be singular or plural? Do I need the opposite meaning through using a prefix? This kind of thing will always come up, even though you've only got 8 questions to answer. You'll definitely get 2 or 3 where it's more difficult or less straightforward than just changing a verb to a noun or a noun to an adjective and so on. Okay, I hope that's been useful. I'll see you in the next video.